on the mound today, we're going to have Curran Glenn. He's going to be pitching to Ever Epshaw. Well, we are just getting ready to get started here. I know the Hawks have had a couple days off. It's the first game they've had this week. They're supposed to play earlier in the week. That game got canceled, so they're well rested. They're coming off a mighty win on Friday against Marin Catholic. They took 1 of 2 against Marin Catholic last week. They lost 10-1 at Marin Catholic last Tuesday. And then on Friday they got it back. Friday they won, I believe it was about 7-2. Bats started to wake up, had a bunch of hits around the lineup. Had a big bomb over left field for 3 runs, the first home run of the Hawks. So they're coming into this game with some confidence and some momentum. They're going to look to see if they could repeat their performance last Friday. I think they'd all be happy with that. Great throwdown, a second by Ever Epshaw. We're excited to have him back. He was in the varsity roster for a period. Ever was up, and so was Liam Garlick. Both are back with the Hawks, with the JV Hawks, which we're excited about. So stepping into the plate to start things off for the Hornets is number 4. That is Ben C, as we call him. First pitch is in there for a called strike. Curran gets his sign, steps in, delivers just outside for ball 1. Ben Cleary is who we've got. Ooh, Ben shoots one off to right field. Back is Colton Zinn to make the play. So number 21 steps in, which is Kieran Z. Curran delivers and outside for ball 1. Just joining us here in the booth is Carter Zinn. Carter, welcome.
Bill, thank you. How's it going, man?
Oh, it's going well. You missed one batter. A shot out to your son in right field. Made the play.
Saw the catch.
Good catch. Made it look easy. Little bit of breeze out there.
Yeah.
Well hit ball.
Yeah, I was talking to the parents in Novato, and they all jumped out of their seats and looked at that one.
Yeah. Looked like he might have gotten a piece of it. Managed to stay in there. That's a called strike 1. For 21 is Kieran Zembich.
All right. So what do we got? Got Heath at short today?
Yeah, let's go around the infield and see who we got. That's ball 3, 3-1. After this batter, we'll go through our Hawks lineup. Oh, and that's a beauty. Called strike for strike 2. Full count to Zembich.
Great pitch by Curran on the low outside corner.
Yeah, looks like he's settling in there nicely. Curran shakes off twice. And delivers ground up the middle fielded by Dylan Murphy. Makes the throw and scooped by Liam Garlick for the out. Good to have Liam Garlick back in the roster, Carter. I was saying we got Liam back, we got Ever back from varsity, which is great.
Oh, is that right?
That's right.
Wow, that's a big talent influx right there, Bill.
Yeah, that's really going to help.
I didn't realize. I saw Liam when I was walking in playing first, and I didn't realize Ever's behind the dish. Is that permanent or?
I think nothing's permanent these days, but as long as people staying healthy in varsity, I think it's going to be permanent. There's an outside ball.
Yeah, I get, with Ever and George and Heath, you got a lot of catching options now.
So at the plate for the Hornets, we got Tommy King.
Ooh.
And he gets hit by that pitch for a free base. Tommy King's former teammate of George's. They played together on NorCal.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Around the infield, Bill, you got, as we said, Ever behind the dish, catching Curran Glenn on the mound, playing third is your son, George Graham. He had the 3-run homer in our last game. It's short, Heath Hokenadel. Get to the rest later.
Curran checks the runner, delivers, fouled off.
At second base, Dylan Murphy, who made that nice play in the hole. First base with a good scoop, Liam Garlick. Around the outfield, Gail O'Brien in left. Will Weir in center, and Colton Zinn in right.
At the plate for the Hornets, we've got Sawyer Hessian, the 4-batter. Curran with a pickoff move to Tommy King at first.
We have any scouting on the Hornets, Bill? I didn't get a chance to look at their game-changer results.
I do not. That's a good question. I should take a peek here. Shot down to shortstop for an easy out to Heath Hockenadel. Makes the play to Dylan Murphy to retire top of the first.
Nice pitching by Curran. Looks steady, under control. Pounding the zone, Bill.
Yeah, he's looking good out there. Let's see if I could get an update on the Novato team.
Meanwhile, I'll work on the audio. All right, folks, we'll be right back.
All right, and we're back, heading into the the bottom of the first. We've got Will Weir is going to start things off for us. On the mound for the Hornets, we've got Jaden Perry.
That hit him.
And that hit him. Will Weir's going to get a free base with one pitch. Way to wear it, Will. Yeah, Jaden Perry is pitching to Tommy King. Actually, George played with Tommy King on 2 teams. I think he played with him on Future Prospects once as well.
There was a kid by the last name of King in Tiburon who I think...
William King.
That's a different kid, right?
Yeah, different kid.
Oh.
Liam Garlick steps in for the Hawks. He's excited to be back here. Takes ball 1. That's a pass ball. Will's going to get a free base.
Some control difficulties for the Hornet pitcher out of the chute, Bill.
Yeah, those are 2 pitches you don't want to get started with. And that's an inside ball on Liam.
I didn't get a chance to look at his warm-ups. Was he in the zone in the warm-ups?
You know, I didn't really get a good look either. Pitch, he delivers. Liam gets a piece of it, sends it out to left. Fielder's backing up and makes the play over his left shoulder. Will Weiro is going to tag up easily and get to third. That's a great shot.
Liam gave that a ride, and I think it carried further than the left fielder was planning on, and he had to keep going back and kind of caught it over his shoulder almost.
Yeah, there's a little breeze. I wonder if it's pushing it out that way.
Looked that way.
Well, that's a productive at-bat. That's 4 pitches, and we got a runner on third base with 1 out. George Graham steps into the plate. That's a ball high. Start things off. That's an easy take. I know George is going to be thinking about his last at-bat, trying to repeat that.
Yeah, that was an amazing blast by George in the last game. We'll see what he has in store for us today.
And actually, that wasn't his last at-bat. That was a couple at-bats ago.
I got your meaning.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. 2-0 to George. And manager's going to come out and try to settle down his pitcher.
Wow, that's an early visit for the manager.
Well, yeah, I think he's thrown 4 or 5 balls and 1 strike. He's struggling to get control over the zone. They're looking at the mound, and he's talking to him about his delivery, maybe about the hole. Got George and Tommy King catching up about old times.
Good. Yeah, I was telling you it's the same with Cruz, Moran, and Colton at the Archie games last week. It's always fun when they get to catch up.
Yeah, it's always fun when you get to know the players around the county and other families, and it looks like we're going to get a pitching change. Actually, maybe we're not. The pitcher is walking off the mound, and I think they're making a pitching change. Pitcher to first.
Interesting.
So they're changing gloves. I guess they could tell early on that Jaden Perry wasn't feeling it.
I don't know, Bill. I've watched a lot of youth baseball. I don't know if I've ever seen a hook that soon, unless somebody was injured. I hope he's all right.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, that was, like I said, I think it was like 4 or 5 pitches.
Yeah. And, he was not quite pounding the zone, but it wasn't like it was crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes a little while to get settled, but I guess they saw something.
So who have we got coming in here? It looks like number 10.
So we have number 18. Sawyer Hessian is going to come in. He's going to swap first base with Jaden Perry. So George is going to get a new pitcher with a 2-0 count. That's another thing you don't see very often is a mid-count pitching change.
Not at all. I was wondering, like you, if they were going to go out there and do some mound repair.
Yeah, he was looking at it.
Looks pretty good from here. I don't see any visible hole from my vantage point.
Well, I know these Hawks, after every game, it's part of their plan to part of the regiment to go fill in that hole, make sure the mound is in good shape. So it seems like it's fine.
Who's out there in the crack? Is that the varsity?
Crack appears to be varsity. Doing some drills. So coming into the game, Novato is 4-12. They're 3-7 in the league. 4-12 overall. let's see, they beat San Marin, they beat San Rafael, and they beat Marin Catholic, So not a strong record, but they beat each one of these guys, a couple of these guys at least once.
I mean, it's a strange. I'll need to look at who else they played, but if you're beating San Marin and Marin Catholic, you're doing something right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those teams are strong teams.
Absolutely. It's more than we can say we did.
They played some teams further away, Vacaville, Windsor, Vintage, Casa Grande, Napa.
Yeah. All right.
Justin Sienna, and we're back. Getting ready for the delivery. 2-0 count to George. Oh, and George is safe at first. That looks like an infield base hit.
What a wild play that was, Bill.
Scores the run. That was a wild one indeed.
The third baseman, it was a hard hit ball that I actually thought was going to get by for maybe extra bases. He made a nice play to glove it, but then he stayed on his knees. It seemed like he almost thought about it for a while, and then he threw it over to first. Maybe it could have still been in time, but then the first baseman bobbled it. And that's an RBI for George, and George is sitting on second.
Yeah, not the hit he wanted, but it's effective. He'll take it. Stepping into the plate now, we've got Colton Zinn. And he takes strike one. A little bit outside corner. Probably not the pitch you want to swing out with no count. Pitcher looks at George, checking him out, delivers. Curveball just misses outside. Slow break and curve. 1-1 to Colton.
Colton took a look at it and decided to lay off wisely.
Pick off fake to George. Oh, and right up the middle. Oh, and he can't handle it. And Colton is going to be safe at first.
And that's going to end up at second.
There's an error, and he's going to end up at second. George is going to end up at home.
That was right off the hands. There's no easy play for the pitcher on the comebacker, Bill, but it wasn't. Colton's hit a lot of hard ones at the pitcher this year. That was not one of them.
No, I think that might have been an error on that pitcher.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have to agree with you.
Yeah, I think he just kind of missed it. Went off the tip of his glove.
Yeah, he got Colton on the hands, so he made a good pitch, but couldn't make the play. And with some kind of shaky defense, Hawks are up 2-0.
But, hey, that's an RBI for Colton. Ever Epshaw steps into the plate, batting in the 5 spot. Fake pickoff to Colton. Drives one, foul. Hit that one off the inside of the bat a little bit. And we have what do we have? We have 0-1.
0-1, yeah.
Sorry. That was a strange pickoff play. Turns around, fakes, and waits for the second baseman to get there and throws it.
I feel like calling that a box just because it looked weird.
I know. Delivery comes in, bounces it off the ground. That's going to be – that's a pass ball. Catcher kind of – it's a blockable ball. Ball 1-1 to Ever, and Colton advances to third.
Still just one out. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and it's another pass ball. Ball 1, a little bit low. Ball 2.
The first one was a ball in the dirt. It was very blockable, but that one was just a drop right there.
Yeah. I think Ever's got a hitter's count. I think he's got the green light, though. Runner on third.
It hit him.
Yeah, that hit him.
Well,
Nicky Welter's going to step into the plate. Runners on first and third with one out. See if he could really keep this rally going. Hawks up by 2.
So it's, as I said, it's hard to make what to make of that Novato record, but right now they're sort of playing like a team that Doesn't seem like they win a lot of games. Making some mistakes.
Yeah, giving us a couple opportunities here. That's a ball outside to Nicky. Well, Tam comes into the game 7-8, 3-6 in league. And definitely want to get this one and get to 500. Oh, and that's a steal.
Well,
oh my!
the throw is into center field.
Oh my!
And the chicanery continues here at the nest, bro. Wow.
So, yeah, Ever steals. The pitcher does a fake to third, and Ever steals. It was midway down. I think he could have been safe at second, but he stopped. Pitcher throws it over his head, and Colton gets home. Now another wild pitch, and Evers at third. 2-0 to Nicky.
Strange day at the nest, Bill.
Yeah.
Catcher blocks that one nicely.
Yeah, that's a nice block for ball 3 outside. 3-0 to Nicky. He's got the green light. I think he's looking for something to get a piece of here. Yeah, and he takes one down the first baseline for a foul. I think, again, he's going to be looking for something to get some wood on here. Pitcher delivers. Oh, and there's a nice high shot. That's gonna bring in a run. Diving catch. Oh, safe.
Oh, boy, that's tough.
That's a tough one. So the left fielder gets a read on it, misplays it, dives and gloves it, and it bounces out of his glove while he's on the ground. That was really close.
It seemed like it was pretty routine, but at the last minute, he lunged to his left. He absolutely caught the ball, but it fell out of his glove when he hit the ground. And I think by rule that is a safe.
Yeah, it's definitely a breeze out there. It's not easy balls for these outfielders. Dylan Murphy takes ball 1. Still 1 out. Hawks are getting ahead of these counts. Pitcher sets. Fakes to second. Dylan takes strike 1.
So we have 2 hit by pitches, arguably potentially 2 errors, although I think George's is probably a hit, but it was still weird.
Yeah, well, we still have 2 errors. Even George was ruled a hit, but we had the error on the pitcher and the error on the left fielder.
Oh, that's right. That's actually 3 errors if you count the right.
Yeah. Right. And then you have a throw on the pitcher over the second baseman's head to advance a runner.
Well, that's a second error on the pitcher, I think.
Yeah, I guess that's considered another error, huh?
Yes,
a bad pickoff's an error.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that did not catch. That was a nice-looking curve that just did not quite get into the zone enough. That's a tough take, but the right thing.
That had a lot of break on it.
2-2 to Dylan. Dylan sees that curve right away and has a little protection swing, fouls it down the third base line. Let's see, Carter, you think he's going to go back to that curve a third time?
Well, 2-2, it's possible.
Goes with the fastball outside and gets him. That's a close call.
Do we have ABS replay for this game, George?
Not yet. Cool. Not for this one. Yeah. We're working on that.
What are your initial impressions of that in the MLB?
Well, I was at the Giants game yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
First game I've been at this season. There were a couple challenges. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
It's like it becomes another event for the fans to get excited about.
Yeah, and like nobody likes the disruption of the game, and some people say, oh, it ruins the spirit of the game. But I think as a fan and as a player, you want them to get the call right.
And it goes pretty fast, right?
It does. It's like a 20-second thing. Ooh, that's a shot to the shortstop. That was Heath Hockenadel, and shortstop's going to make the play for out number 3. Well, after one inning, the Hawks are up 4-0. Jumped ahead with a couple of hits, couple of errors, a couple of mistakes on the part of Novato.
We'll be right back, folks.
All right, we head into the top of the second. Hawks are up 4-0. Stepping into the plate for Novato is Donnie J. Kern Glenn still pitching for the Hawks. That's a foul ball for strike one.
Donnie Jacobson, according to Game Changer, Bill.
All right, my Game Changer's a little slow. There it is. Now I see it. Oh, and Kern gets him with an inside strike.
That was a great pitch by Kern. A little cutting action, just cut the inside corner according to the home plate umpire.
0-2 to Jacobson.
Okay, that's weird. Jacobson called timeout. The umpire ignored him, and then he just stepped out anyway, and then the umpire decided to call timeout at that point.
We'll give it to him.
Yeah.
All right. Colton steps in here, gets ready to deliver. 0-2 count. Outside in the dirt for ball one. 1-2 to Jacobson. Curran shakes him off twice. The pitch, and it's a shot to shallow center. Oh, and Heath Hockenadel makes the play. Let's see if we get a replay of this one.
That's a great play by Heath. He went back fast, and that got a great break. That was going to drop in front of Will.
That was great, yeah. Will was coming in hard, but he had no chance on that. You know, he needed Heath to help him out. Great play. One out now for Novato. And we've got Connor stepping into the plate. Takes ball one inside. What's Connor's last name?
I'll tell you in a second. This is Connor Marisic. I'm going to say Marisic.
Ah, nice pitch. He swings and misses for strike one. Curran looks like a bit of a slider or something for ball two. Outside corner. Curran sets up, delivers, and that's a shot to left field. Line drive. We've got Gail O'Brien on the run to the fence. Fields it, gets it in. That's a double.
That was a shot.
Double for Connor Marisic. Nice shot.
So that's actually not Connor Marisic. That's Perry, I think. I think we got one ahead.
Oh, sorry. That's Jaden Perry.
Yeah, that's Jaden Perry.
Sorry, Jaden. Jaden Perry with the nice double. Now we got Connor Marisic stepping into the plate.
Yeah, Jaden took a big swing at that first fastball and swung right through it, but he ripped that thing. I mean, that ball never made more than 10 feet off the ground and rolled all the way to the fence in left center.
Kern delivers and gets strike one, outside corner on Marisic. No one count outside for ball one. 1-1 to Marisic. You know, Kern likes to work pretty quickly out there.
He does.
That's a nice pitch. Another strike down the middle.
Great work by Kern there, spotting that on the low outside corner, knee high.
1-2 count to Marisic. See what he comes in here with. Fakes to second. Ball gets away. Will Weir throws to third, not in time. Runner steals third on a throwing error.
All right, Kern's got to just put that out of his mind and focus on the batter. He's got to count leverage.
So we call that an error. All right, I'm keeping track of errors now because we have the mid-inning inning break scoreboard that shows hits, runs, and errors.
Is that right?
Yeah. That's a ball inside. 2-2 to Marisic.
Saying during the break, Bill, this is, Tam is just needs to take advantage because Novato could get their act together at any point here. They don't want to let up after a easy first inning.
Yeah, I know these boys can hit, and that's a foul ball.
But I think I caught Ever on his catching arm, on his forearm. And he took off his glove, and he's shaking that hand out now. That's not something you like to see.
Yeah, he's shaking it off. He seems like he's all right. Coach Tommy's going to come out and check on his guy.
Yeah, I took that right off the forearm. But Tommy walked halfway out and came back, so hopefully Ever's all right.
Well, this is a key pitch with one out and a runner on third. We want to get this out here. 2-2. Fielded at first. Hard ground ball to first to Liam Garlick. Thinks about going home. Realizes he has no shot and makes the play at first for out number 2.
Liam gave that some serious thought, man. He really, really wanted to make that play. Liam always wants to make a play.
He always does. He's got a cannon, and he's not afraid to use it.
I think he bobbled the ball just a little, or maybe he would have gone home. But at that point, I was worried he wasn't going to get to first on time.
Yeah. That's a called first strike. We've got David M. at the plate here. I don't have a last name on him, do you?
I do not.
Ooh, that's a nice-looking pitch. Inside strike for swinging strike. Strike 2.
Yeah, Kern overpowered him on the inside fastball there.
Outside for ball number 1. 1-2 to David M. Yeah, like you're saying, I know these Novato boys can hit, so Tam needs to try to take advantage of the mistakes that they're getting. Pass or wild pitch for ball number 2, 2-2 to David. Well, I'm sure Ever is glad to be back. It's not easy being a backup catcher in varsity, as we know.
Yes.
You don't get a lot of time. And that's foul. Fouled back, out of play. Same with Liam. He's glad to be playing the field. I think he was a pitcher only at varsity.
And to my knowledge, I think he pitched 1 inning.
Is that it?
Well, he pitched at least 1. I'm not sure if he pitched any more than that. I don't know where that one missed.
That's a ball for 3-2, full count.
Not sure. I guess that missed high. That looked like a strike.
Yeah, a little high. Full count. He delivers and
there's
gets him
yeah,
inside.
yeah. I don't know.
Rings him up. Tears the phone book on that one.
I don't know what David M. was thinking. He looked like he felt he was robbed, but that was right over.
I think he looked like he thinks he got rung up, and he's trying to run and play it off like he didn't.
Maybe. Oh, you think that's what it is?
Maybe.
Yeah. See, I'm not smart enough to think of stuff like that.
Maybe if I run real fast,
Right.
he'll think it's a ball.
All right, folks, we'll be right back with the bottom of the second here at the Nest. All right, folks, we're back at you. Leading off, bottom of second, Gail O'Brien.
Let's go, Gale. Gale takes strike one.
That's one Gale went back. That was right over the middle of the plate. Not super fast.
Well, that's a ball inside corner. Close one. Good take, though. Bottom of the second. Gale leading off. That's an outside ball. Ball two. 2-1.
I think Hessian, when we watched him warm up, he didn't have a lot of time. He seemed to be throwing harder than he is when he's throwing competitive pitches.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying to find his way out there right now.
You know, that was ball three right at Gale, and Gale was kind of shrugging with frustration after that. I don't know if it's because he's trying to get something to hit or if because he wanted to take the walk.
I don't think he wanted to get hit in the head.
That's a called strike for strike two. Full count to Gale. Ooh, and there's a shot for Gale. Oh, just over the second baseman's head. Ooh. I think that's a hit, Carter.
Yeah, I got blocked on that, but yeah, it seemed to go over his head.
Did he get a glove on it?
I don't think so. I think that's a hit.
That's a hit. Attaboy, Gale. Yeah.
As Jeff O'Brien would say, Lomo, leadoff man on.
Leadoff man on, Lomo. Love it.
Back to the top of the order with young Will Weir.
Well, Weir got hit by a pitch first time up. Made it around the horn to score. He's only seen one pitch.
That's right.
Took him. Pickoff attempt to Gale, trying to keep him honest, and pitcher delivers with a breaking ball in for an inside strike.
Couldn't tell if that was a breaking ball or just kind of a cutting fastball.
Maybe.
But it definitely had some movement away from Will. You're right about that.
Yeah, he was throwing it a little softer than his usual one.
Okay.
And we got Gale's on the run. Gale makes it to second easily.
I was about to say, I don't know if Tam's going to run because they've been giving up so many bases, but you got a huge jump there, Bill.
Yeah, that was a great jump.
Didn't have a shot at him.
You know, these TAM runners are they're taught to time things off the pitcher. If the pitcher has a repeatable routine, they'll see it and they'll make a move. And that's ball two, high to Will. Will's looking for something to bring in Gale. 2-1, no outs. Will calls timeout. Pitcher's taking a little too much time out there for him. Will's got a little bit of a gap between short and third. I bet he'd like to put one through there. Ooh, shot up the middle. Can't glove it. That's going to be a base hit. Will's going to hold it first. Gale's going to hold it third. Great hit, Will. Way to advance the runner.
Great job by Will. Solid single up the middle. Yeah, and the Hornets, I noticed normally on that play to play the plate, you'd expect the first baseman to come over and take the cut, and if he didn't come over, so there's still a little bit of disorganization on the Novato's part. But that was a great hit by Will.
Yeah, right up center, just out of reach of the shortstop. Liam Garlick steps in for the Hawks. No outs, runners on first and third. And Will goes, no throw. That was a ball.
Four to 1, Tam. What was that? The umpire was talking something at the Tam bench.
I don't think the Tam bench wants a called strike. That's a ball inside.
Do you know what the umpire said? It'll be my call, not yours. But I don't know what it was they were calling.
Yeah, I don't know why our bench would contest ball one. Oh, Liam gets a piece of it. Oh, it's a ground ball to the second baseman. He's going to be out, but he'll bring in a run. Gale O'Brien will score. Will Weir will move over to third. Nice productive RBI there, Liam.
I also want to point out that Liam hustled that out, and the second baseman took his time. He barely got him.
Yeah, it was a slow hit. If that second baseman doesn't charge, Liam's fast. He could beat that thing out.
Yeah, he was a little nonchalant on that one.
George Graham steps in for the Hawks, and he gets hit by a pitch.
Right on the buttocks.
Yeah, right on the thick part. Well, that's not what he was looking for, but he'll take it. I think George will probably be getting the green light here.
I think so.
Colton Zinn steps in for the Hawks. One out, first and third. Outside pitch.
George not running.
Almost looked like a pitch out.
Yeah.
One-zero pitch. Pitcher sets. Delivers. George not going again. And there's a shot. Foul down the third base line. Colton almost banged that one over the third base for a foul, or for a fair.
I was just noticing the third baseman was playing in. Colton got that off the end of the bat, but it almost snuck by.
1-1 to Colton. And George is going. Oh, and that's a great shot. Shot down to left field. George goes to third. Will Weir scores, and on the throw, Colton's going to advance to second. Attaboy, Colton. There's an RBI and a hit for you, kid.
I don't know. Was the shortstop holding on the runner on that one? Oh, he must have been.
The shortstop was.
Yeah, Colton just put that right where the shortstop would normally be. Hit it
hard.
I don't know if you noticed there, but George really heads up, stretching that to third. Colton sat there and watched, and the third baseman bobbled the ball ever so slightly, and then Colton just kept going.
Yeah. Yeah, that shortstop was holding him on a little bit, and then he was trying to run back to position, and that's exactly where Colton put it. And that's going to be a ball four high to ever. Or, sorry, a ball one.
How much does George want to score on a pass ball here, Bill? You know he does.
Oh, yeah. You know, probably more than he wants to get on first with a hit by pitch.
You think? That's a good pitch.
There's a called strike.
Again, you need to respect your opponent, but today is a day that Tam needs to focus on hitting and fundamentals and not taking its foot off the pedal.
Ooh, that's a curveball. Gets Ever a little off balance. Strike two. 1 and 2 to Ever. Yeah, I think with one out, George isn't – I don't think he's going to be too aggressive running home, but, trust his hitters to advance him. Too aggressive on a pass ball, that is.
Right.
That's that ball outside. That's close. That's a tough take with two strikes. 2-2 to Ever. 1 out. Got Colton on second, George on third. That's a ball outside. That's going to give Ever a full count. That's ball 4.
Close pitch, but not close enough.
Yep. Well, Nicky Welter's going to step up. He's got the bases loaded. 1 out. He's going to see what he can do here.
Big opportunity for Nicky. Nicky's been swinging a great bat since he got called up, Bill. I looked at the stats. He came into this game hitting 400.
Attaboy, Nicky. Oh, Nicky gets under one, puts it up in foul territory. Third baseman going back, and he makes the play. Nicky's going to wish he had that one back.
I agree.
Not the pitch he wanted with no strikes on him. Well, with 2 outs, bases loaded, Dylan Murphy's going to come up, see if he could extend this inning with some runs.
Huge opportunity for Dylan here, Bill.
Ball low.
Dylan's been making great contact. Just doesn't have as much to show for it as we would like, and hitting into some hard luck sometimes, and love to see him get a line drive here. And there it is.
He gets a hanging curve for a shot to right, just like you called it. And he's going to bring in, George is going to score, Colton's going to score, Ever's going to get to third. There you go. Way to go, Dylan. 2 RBIs, bud.
That's exactly what I was kind of had in mind for him. That was a beautiful swing. Dylan goes so nicely. 70% of his hits are right there, and he stayed back on that curveball and drove in a couple runs.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's frustrating sometimes as a hitter. You're hitting well, but you're finding gloves, and that one did not. And Dylan's going to run. That's ball 1, no throw. Got Heath Hockenadel stepping into the plate.
That's exactly what I wanted to see for Dylan. Just get his confidence up. Beautiful swing.
Heath is 0 for 1 today, and he takes called strike on the inside corner. That was close.
That was an even up strike, I think.
1-1 to Heath. And pitch, and he pops one up to the right fielder. Right fielder's charging, and that's going to drop. That's a hit. Attaboy, Heath. Heath's going to bring in 2 runs.
Dylan.
Ever scores. Dylan scores, and Heath base hit and 2 RBIs. Attaboy.
Great hustle by Dylan, running hard on the play. Never know what's going to happen, and scores easily on that bloop single by Heath down the first baseline. Hit's a hit, man.
It's a hit. I thought the right fielder was going to get there. He was nowhere close. I mean, he didn't have a chance on that.
No, that was the first baseman or nobody.
Gail O'Brien's going to step in. And he gets called on an outside strike on the outside edge.
10-1 is your score, folks. Bottom of the second. You don't see that every day.
Gale swings it. Tough pitch, outside corner strike. Can't quite get it. That's a curve that Gale waits on, fouls it off. Thought it was going to be high, but it dropped into the strike zone.
Gale did a great job of staying with that pitch. I thought I was going to hit him.
Yeah, that was a really awkward pitch.
Big looper.
That's a ball low. 1-2 to O'Brien.
Gale with a sharp single. In the same inning, Bill, let off the second with a sharp single to right.
Yeah, that's right. That was a good hit. Gale's looking to do it again. Ball low and in the dirt for ball 2. 2-2 to Gale. Heath at first. He's looking to get on down there to second one way or another. Oh, and he swings and misses for strike 3, and they're going to make the throw down. That's going to end the second inning. So at the end of 2, the Hawks are up 10-1. We'll be right back. And we're back, going into the top of the 3rd. Curran still on the dish, or sorry, on the hill for the Hawks, and we're going to get Jaden M is going to step in. Jaden Murphy,
number 9 hitter.
J Murph. He's going to take ball 1 outside.
And again, this is a great opportunity for Curran to come out here and just throw strikes and get his team back in the dugout.
Yeah, Curran's been working fast. Oh, that's a nice-looking strike. Inside corner.
Oh, we got some defensive changes already, I'm noticing. Ben Springs coming in and playing left, and Seamus Maurer in to play center.
Oh, good eye.
To be fair, it's a good eye looking at game changer. I'll credit to Cameron.
Yeah. That was a ball to Jaden, 2-1. I thought we would have seen some more guys that George knew here from NorCal in this team. We had a couple from there. That's a ground ball to shortstop. Hawkenadel makes the play, throws, gets him out.
Oh, jeez, Bill, I haven't seen Heath play a lot of short recently, but that's the real deal right there, man. He charges, he throws off his left foot, right on the money. Had to get rid of that quickly. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
That's a great play. You know, those he makes it look easy. That is not an easy ball.
Not at all.
We've seen that's been kind of troubling the varsity squad this year.
The rollers.
Yeah, to the left side of the infield. They're struggling with those more than they should. Early in the season they were. That's the ball outside for ball 1. This is Ben Cleary.
Leadoff hitter.
That's another ball outside.
It's interesting, Bill, but suddenly with Ever, George, and Liam back on the squad, and some great call-ups in Heath and Nikki, this JV team's kind of loaded right now.
Yeah, there's another shot to Heath. He gloves it well and guns it across. Makes it play. Makes it easy. Makes it look easy, I should say. That was a bullet.
And I love Heath. You know, most infielders would rather catch a ball with their forehand than their backhand, but Heath is not shy. I mean, that ball is basically right at him, but he took it on his backhand side anyway, and the reason is it gets you in your throwing position faster, and that's technically really sound by Heath.
Yeah, it gets your body going from your right to your left.
Yeah.
And that's ball 1 outside. We have Kieran Zemsch.
The pinging here in the background, folks, is our varsity team in the cages, right behind the broadcast booth.
If you're able to hear that.
If you are.
That reminds me, I'm going to put on the home plate mic.
Yeah, put that thing on. High strike for Curran.
All right, 1-1 to Kieran. We got Curran pitching to Kieran.
Kieran. And I think the Giants have a reliever named Killian.
Oh, yeah? There's a foul ball out of play down right field line. Yeah, I was at the at Oracle Park last night. Fun game. Watched the Giants take down the dreaded Dodgers 3-0.
And breaking Shohei Ohtani's 51-game streak of getting on base.
That's right. That's a shot just over Dylan Murphy's head at second, fielded by Colton.
They would have had him.
Colton made a great throw. He came up and made a great throw to second. Runner was thinking about going for it. He saw that throw, said, forget it.
Well, I think the runner thought that was going to get by Colton. He ran and picked it off his backhand. Scary play, and picked it nicely.
Yeah, he almost did. I mean, there are a lot of gopher holes out there, and he short hopped that one. That could have squirted by. Tommy King's going to step in.
That's a hard hit by Zimbrist.
Zembish.
You got to buy a vowel there, man.
I know, man.
I think he got him.
Ooh, almost picked him off. That was very close.
So I don't know if you heard the scuttlebutt, Bill, but after the game against Archie, when Heath Hokenadel picked off 2 runners in consecutive innings, some of the parents were down by the snack shack overheard the Archie coach none too pleased about his team's performance.
Oh, okay. He was letting his team know about it.
He was giving the boys a little dressing down. And I think at least
that's a back pick. No, almost. Man.
Everett was 2 steps toward the dugout. I think a big part of it was the 2 pickoffs, Bill. That doesn't make any coach happy.
No. I got a 1-0 count. Is that right?
I do believe so, yes.
Just ball low.
So what was the mood at Oracle last night? It looked like they had 2 close, near sellouts for the first 2 games of that series.
It was funny. There were a lot of Dodgers fans. Their team doesn't come to town often, so they all show up. That's a wild pitch off the backhand ever. Runner's going to take second. But there was good energy. A lot of cheering from the Dodgers side. Everybody knew about that record with Shohei.
Yeah.
He went 0 for 3 with some not great looking at bats.
And he didn't get on base today. I don't know if we lost, but it's second game in a row where he didn't get on base.
Yeah, he struggled on Tuesday as well. There's a called strike, 3-1. But it was pretty electric, especially when who hit the 3-run bomb with the catcher? Bailey. Bailey's batting 140. He's got like 1 RBI on the year.
Is that right?
Yeah. I'm sitting next to my buddy. He's saying he should bunt with runners on second and third.
I can't dispute that.
and take your chances. And next pitch, he sends it long to a deep part of left field. All right. Full count here to Tommy King. Curran sets and delivers. Oh, and Tommy gets a shot. That's going to land for a base hit in shallow left center. Bobbled a little bit by Seamus. Runner scores. Tommy holds it at first.
Nice solid hit to left. Nothing wrong with that. And now Novato's got 2 runs on the board.
Sawyer Hessian coming in.
Sawyer is our pitcher.
Ooh, that's called strike for strike 1.
So I was at the TAM PTSA event last night at the Sausalito Cruising Club, which I've never been to. Incredible place.
Place is great.
I'm thinking of getting on what I understand is now the 2-year waiting list to get some paddleboard and sailboat action over there.
That's a good deal, I mean, it's amazing there's a waiting list now. Before COVID, there wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So I wasn't tracking the Giants game, and I walked out, and I saw that we won 3-0. And then when I looked down, we got the 3 runs was a Bailey home run. I thought one of my friends had somehow hijacked ESPN and was playing a trick on me.
Yeah, right. All right, 1-1.
That was a great pitch by Curran.
And that's a called strike for strike 2.
I was also encouraged to see the big attendance numbers these last 2 nights against the Dodgers, but you're telling me that part of that's because there are a lot of blue there, huh?
Yeah, that's right, George Graham fields it at third, takes his time a little bit, and throws it.
What a pick by he!
And he picks him. He gets him.
Wow, that is big league by Liam Garlick. Way to pick up George.
That is a nice play. George took a little bit more time than I think he should have, and then he had to throw a bullet, and it was a short hopper that was picked. I thought I saw the ump indicating that he was off the bag, but he wasn't.
No, I think they just got him. Yeah, I think George was getting ready to show off the gun there. Maybe next time we'll get that one a little faster, but it all worked out.
Yeah. Well, at the going in the bottom of third, Hawks are up at 10-2. We'll be right back. And we got an audio delay problem. I'm going to restart this. We will be right back as soon as possible. And we got an audio delay problem. I'm going to restart this. We will be right back as soon as possible. All right, and we're back. All right, thank you very much. Getting some beverages delivered here.
Bill, I sniped the blackberry lemonade this time.
Yeah, you know what's up. Good call. Who do we got here? We got Seamus Maurer. I think Seamus I believe, got ball one?
Yeah, I believe so. He just, Seamus Maurer's coming in and hitting for Will Weir.
That's ball two.
2-0, yeah. Tommy taking advantage of the big lead to make some subs that maybe he would normally wait a little later to make, getting Seamus and Springtime into the game.
Yeah, good for these guys. See if they could do something. Seamus gets hit by a pitch right in the square of the back.
That's the third, if not the fourth, hit by pitch.
Liam Garlick's going to step in. If you're out there watching live, let us know how we're coming across. We got word that we had some delay earlier from the O'Brien grandparents. Oh, now we're seeing the chat. Lynn was telling us about the delay.
Dude, since you're doing play-by-play, I think that was my job to keep track of the chat. My bad.
All right, well, let us know if we're better. That was ball one to Liam Garlick. Oh, and that's a wild pitch outside. Seamus is going to get make his way easily down to second base.
If this was Bull Durham, that was going to hit the bull.
That pitch hit the bull. And that's ball three. That was a breaking ball. Came in a little low.
We do have a new pitcher, by the way, Bill, a righty named Cooper M.
Oh, Cooper M. Okay.
Cooper M.
I'm struggling to find a plate right now. He's just thrown 7 balls in a row. And one was a hit by pitch.
Oh, I know. That's me. Dude, since you're doing play-by-play,
we know.
Yeah,
just like that. Carter brought up the 10 TV game on his phone, had Bluetooth connected to the speakers, was broadcasting our commentary.
And I wish I could get $1 for the look on Bill's face.
Oh, yeah. That's a shot. Shot up the middle for Liam for a base hit.
What the hell is Liam doing?
Liam, what are you doing now? What are you doing, buddy? Well,
Let's go if we're going to go.
Liam's trying to get his runner home.
It worked.
Oh, my.
Oh, my, indeed.
Oh, no, you know what? That wasn't Seamus before. That was Connor.
What?
Or no, was it Seamus?
No, that was Seamus.
Okay, he came across the plate in a hurry. Yeah, that was Seamus.
That was Seamus.
Oh, Jesus.
Liam's just stirring up trouble out there.
Yeah, this is Liam being crafty.
For a while, Seamus has to break on that, and he wasn't. Then he finally came.
George Graham steps into the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch.
We shouldn't lose in all that commotion, Bill. That was a very nice piece of hitting by Liam. Solid shot into right field.
Yeah, that was a great shot. You know, second baseman almost had a play on it. Couldn't quite get it. Ooh, that's inside ball. George was thinking about that one. He had his eyes on that pitch. 2-0. I think George knows this guy's struggling. He's looking for a fastball down the middle, get some meat. That's a ball outside. Gets away from catcher. Liam's holding. You know, I think I wonder if we're at the point where Tommy's telling him, let's not take extra bases.
Well, I think particularly Liam kind of dancing out first isn't quite in the spirit of a 10-0 lead, but
11-2 lead actually. And well, Liam goes. Oh, and George puts one out. This is going. It's going. Oh no, it's off the fence. God, I got to get that call right.
Sorry.
And George has a double off the fence. Oh man, I'm going to hear about that one later.
That's all right. That's all right.
I got over eager. He hit the middle of the fence.
Didn't quite get that on the barrel. Landed just, looked at right at the base of the fence, but still a stand-up double for Graham.
Oh, man, that's the second miscalled not home run I've had this season if we're keeping track. And my boys are going to let me hear about it. And
wait, when was the other one?
The other one was against varsity, one of the players on varsity. I called something out that was not.
Got it.
Man, I heard about it. Nate Lee steps into the box. Good to see Nate getting an at-bat. George is running, and he's going to take third.
So much for the no stealing.
Yeah, I think at some point Tommy's going to tell them to chill out. Well, it's only the third inning, actually. Anything can happen here. I don't think we're there yet. Nate Lee, big cut for strike 2.
It's a great opportunity for Nate Lee to get his first hit of the season. That was a good block by the catcher.
Yeah, ball outside. Blocked by Tommy King.
Another good block.
Yeah, ball low. What's the name of our pitcher? Malone?
This is Cooper M.
Cooper Malone.
Cooper Malone.
On the dish. On the hill, I should say. I keep saying the dish.
If you keep doing that, I'm going to start calling you George.
I know. You should. If I keep miscalling home runs.
Well, I've got a couple Georges in the bank, so I'll go easy on you today.
Yeah.
Are you a Severance fan, Bill?
Oh, yeah. I love Severance.
Whenever I hear the first name and the last initial, I can't help but think of that TV show. And in fact, one of these games we had, I don't think I was doing it with you. We had a player named Dylan S. Dylan S. That's one of the characters. Actual.
Is it really?
Yeah, Dylan S.
Well, Ever E steps into the plate, takes a ball at his head for ball 1.
Dylan S. is the big guy with the beard who has to hold the door open.
Oh, that guy.
That's Dylan S.
Dylan S. That show is so good.
So good.
Oh, and that hits him. Ever's going to take first, load up the bases.
It's the second time Ever's been hit in this game for those of you who are counting, folks. Now we got Nicky coming up with bases loaded, nobody out.
Big Nicky Welter. He's not going to hit by pitch will be an RBI, but he's not going to be happy with that. He wants to get some wood on this ball.
No.
He's going to be looking for something to hit. This pitcher's struggling. At some point, he's just going to come in with some meat. And these guys are hoping that they get it. Little meeting at the mound. Tommy King trying to settle down his guy. Settle down Cooper. All right, we got Nicky at the plate. Called strike on the outside corner.
I think there is a mercy rule in high school baseball, Bill. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I remember a game ending earlier in the season.
Yeah, I looked it up, and it happened with VAR earlier on in the season, and I think they sometimes elect to keep playing it just to give guys reps.
Yep.
Although it's considered the complete game. That's ball one outside to Nicky.
By the way, I went to the St. Ignatius. Who the hell did they play? Sacred Heart game at Oracle to watch my nephew Ryan, who hits in the 3-hole on the St. Ignatius team.
Oh, fun.
And the game after was Marin Catholic. St. Ignatius won 3-2. The game after was Marin Catholic against Acalanes. Did you happen to catch the score of that one?
I did not.
I think it was 18-0, and the game got called in the 5th inning in favor of Acalanes.
Acalanes beat up on Marin Catholic.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but holy cow.
I don't even know Acalanes.
Oh.
And that's an RBI for Nicky.
That's exactly what you predicted.
Ball 4. George Graham scores on that hit by pitch. We got Nate Lee at third. We got Everett at second, and we got Nicky at first.
We got a pinch hitter at the plate here, Bill. Connor Stewart.
Connor Stewart coming in for Dylan Murphy. Takes called strike one. Ball one inside. Well, Carter, I think after this inning, I gotta depart and leave you alone.
Well, we got O'Brien.
Yeah, Jeff O'Brien will help you out. Connor gets a shot, hits it to the center fielder. Center fielder's there to make the play, but that's going to bring in Nate Lee. It's a good piece of hitting by Connor Grant. Nice RBI, bud.
RBI for Connor. Well done. He put a little charge into that one.
That's what you want, you know. Get fly ball to the outfield, scores a run. Or sorry, Connor Stewart, not Connor Grant.
There is a Connor Grant.
There is a Connor Grant. I get confused sometimes. Heath Hockenadel steps in. Oh, wild pitch behind the backstop. Tommy tells him to sit tight.
Everyone went a third of the way down to third and then got redirected.
Yeah, I think the Hawks are going to start slowing things down on their base running here, on their steals. That's another wild pitch. Runner holds. Got a parent in the stands telling him to play catch.
You sure that wasn't the ump?
No.
I heard that. I thought it came from the ump.
Are we back in Little League now? Play catch. They talk about the unproductive things you could say to your player. That's one of them. Just throw strikes is the other one.
I know. It's like, oh, what a great idea. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah. And that's a 4-pitch walk. A couple of easy takes by Heath. Springtime. Ben Springtime stepping in. Ben Spring. His first at-bat of the day. Coach is going to come on out to the mound. Walking slowly. I think he's giving his guy time. We're going to get a new pitcher.
All right, here we go. According to Row Your Goat, is that somebody you know? Row Your Goat on the chat says delay seems to be gone.
All right. Good to hear.
Yeah, we only had 3 other people trying to tell us about the lag, including your wife.
Including my wife. I got to pay better attention.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the heads up, Row Your Goat.
Row Your Goat. I'm going to play some music for this kid. Welcome back, folks. Proud to and happy to welcome Jeff O'Brien to the broadcast booth. How's it going, Jeff?
Hey, Hawks fans. Carter would never admit this, but he's looking especially handsome today, dressed in his finest white shirt and fancy pants.
Straight from a deposition. We got Ben Spring stepping in with a 0-1 count. There's a hard hit ball to second, kicked by the second baseman, picks it up and goes to first, and he's safe at
He
first.
beat it out.
I think he had to play at second right in front of him, Jeff, but it's easy for me to say.
Oh, he missed him at second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And that Ever scored on that play.
Yeah,
Okay.
he did.
Yeah,
Brings us to 15. We really brought the lumber today, huh?
we did.
It's good to see.
Stepping in for his second at bat of the day is Seamus Maurer. Takes a strike one. Now, still just one out in the bottom of the third. And there's a shot by Maurer into left field. That one's going to drop for a single. In comes Nicky, and a nice single by Seamus to drive in a run.
I think we're looking at station-to-station baseball at this point. 16-2.
Yeah.
Do they do mercies in high school?
Bill and I were just talking about that, and the answer is yes, but we don't really know exactly how it works.
No.
Was the
That's
summary of that.
That's a job for AI. Let me see what I can do.
We probably got something
Oh,
there. I don't know. I didn't really see it. What do I know? All right, we got Liam Garlick up. Hit a sharp single his last at bat. Fouls that one off for 0-1 count. Swings and misses a big looping curveball. 0-2 to Garlick. Gale had a good hit, Jeff.
I did. It was nice to see him hit a line drive.
There's a bouncer down to second base. First baseman runs over and covers him. There's no one's covering first. Throws to second. He's not there in time. Pitcher never covered.
Yeah. They've just looked pretty sloppy today. I mean, these guys, they look like I don't know. They look like a good ball team, but
Well, we were looking at their record. They beat San Marin and Marin Catholic.
wow.
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. But you got to be a ball team to beat those guys.
That's right.
It's a strike on the inside corner to George. Still just one out. 17-2 is your score.
Let's see the threshold for a mercy here. It's just in. The game ends if one team is ahead by 10 or more runs after 4.5 innings. So we've still got some baseball to play.
Yeah, we do. Is that an MCAL rule, Jeff?
That is California.
Got it.
California-wide.
Ooh, swing and a miss by George at a slow curveball out in front of it. Nate Lee on deck. Oh, and there's a high drive to left
Another
field.
one.
Going back as a left fielder at the fence, and the ball bounces out of his glove, and he's down.
He went hard against the fence.
Left fielder's down. The TAM runners are going to stop. George.
I'm not sure what the call is here. That's a live ball.
Yeah, I think just TAM, as a matter of courtesy, stopped running.
Well, the umpire was directing him to third base, and so that is a... Boy, I hope he's okay. He hit the wall hard.
Poor kid. So what happened there, folks, is George hit one way to the fence again. The left fielder caught it. It was in the glove, and he hit the fence hard, and the ball dropped out, and he went down.
His glasses went flying one way, the ball went the other, and he just crumpled.
And you know what?
This one's got to be a hit, Cameron.
Oh, yeah, this is a hit. Cameron We are in agreement on that. Have a day, George Graham, 2 doubles.
Boy, he's pounding the ball.
Actually, wait, that's I think he got. Oh yeah, we gave him a single, so he's 3 for 4 on the day. Actually, he's 3 for 3 because he got hit by a pitch.
We've got a couple coaches and a couple players gathered around the left fielder up against the wall over there.
Is he still on the ground?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, that's no good. Okay, he's up and walking now, folks, which we're very happy to see. Really unfortunate to see somebody go down like that. Looks like maybe a dad out there who might be a medical person. Hard to know. We've got Ted Lee is a radiologist.
Natalie Lee is a doctor as well. We usually... The doctors are fairly thick on the ground in Mill Valley, so which is a good thing.
If Hudson were here, his mom, Kristen, would be here, who's a sports medicine doctor.
Right. Well, he's walking okay. Certainly rung his bell, that's for sure.
I wonder if that's what this is, if that was more of a head strike. Looks a little discombobulated.
Yeah.
The umpire's still kind of pointing to people. I don't know if he's going to... Oh, he's just doing a substitution. All right, folks, it's been an interesting day at the Nest, and we're glad to see the Hornets player walk off the field. Really kind of crumpled when he hit the fence.
We've got a medical trainer.
Yeah, this is the TAM High medical trainer.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. He's got a bag and some ice. All right, meanwhile, back in the action, we've got Nate, who came in for Colton in the last inning. Actually, I take that back, Jeff. That was earlier in the third inning. Second at bat here in the third inning. Still just have 1 out. Nate Lee coming to the plate with bases loaded. Takes a pitch for a strike at the knees. Strike 1.
Still a bit perplexed at the call there. They made George stay at first base.
My take on that was voluntary on Tommy's part.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure. I think he just told everyone to stay. One and one to Nate. Ball is called a strike. That's a 18-2 strike, which is fair. Probably wouldn't have been a strike in a closer game. Oh, big bender. Strike 3 to Nate Lee. Poor Nate. Just looking to get a knock, but has to also know that strike zone is going to expand with this kind of lead. Bad break for Nate. All right, 2 outs, bases loaded. Ever Epshaw stepping up. Big bender in for a strike. That's a borderline ephus pitch.
Yeah, that was coming in probably high 50s, low 60s maybe.
There's a high fly ball to straightaway left. Left fielder's camping out under it, makes the play. And that is finally that for the Hawks, who send, my goodness, 13 runners to the plate and score 8 runs by my count. So after 3 full, it's Hawks 18, Hornets 2. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back going to the top of the 4th.
I'm just going to set the defense here because I'm not sure if these we've got Ben Spring in left and Nate Lee in right, and I guess Seamus in center.
That's right.
George at third, Heath at short.
There's a swing and a miss by, who do we have up here? Number 16.
We got Connor at second, Liam at first, and Ever catching.
There's a shot to left field. I believe this is Shorty Hessian. That's going to go all the way to the fence. He got all of that one. Bouncing against the fence. Over is Seamus to pick it up. And he coasts into second base with a hard hit double. I think that's Sawyer Hessian. I got to catch up on this. Yeah. Oh, that was, sorry, I apologize. That was Donnie Jacobson. Don't mean to take the glory away from Donnie. So stepping in now is Jaden Perry. Running second, nobody out. Check swing, foul ball.
Game Changer has us at 19.
I know.
So I'm going to make that change. I trust Cameron to be following it closer than I am. Our scoreboard is not up to date.
All right, that's a 0-1 to Jaden Perry. 2-0. Was 1-1. Sorry. Oh, yeah, 1-1, sorry. 1-1 to Perry. Perry had a hard hit double. Called inside for a ball, 2-1. When I was playing Dire Straits during the break, Jeff, the umpire came back to me and told me of a day that Dire Straits showed up at the Sweetwater and played a late set unannounced.
Oh, no kidding.
After holding down the Waldorf. Or, no, wait, what was the, wait, why did I say Waldorf? What's the big club on Market?
Bill Graham?
No.
Oh,
back in the day. Come
yeah.
on. Not the Fillmore, but the Warfield.
Warfield.
I think it started with a W. All right, there's a walk to Perry. Looks like we got a pinch hitter coming in for Marisic.
Curran at 61 pitches, now 62. I'm thinking his arm is probably fine, but that was quite a delay there for him.
That's right.
He's just missing. I think his release point is off at this point. Those last two pitches sailed way over the batter's head.
Tommy's going to come in and talk about it. We got R. Bautista coming up as a pinch hitter here with a 2-0 count. Oh, Christ. I got to stop doing that. Sorry, folks.
We just got shushed by the home plate umpire.
Yeah, I know. That's the third time he's going to kick me out of the game. There's a cross fastball high in the zone for a strike.
There we go.
Strike 2 to Bautista.
Whatever Tommy said worked.
All right, now we got a more competitive count.
No.
Bautista was not swinging the bat, Jeff.
Nope. Right on the corner there. Got to swing at that with 2 strikes.
All right, now Kern's got one away, and David M. is stepping to the plate. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Strike on the outside corner.
Good frame job there by Ever.
Just commenting when you were in the stands that we've got a full roster now on the JV with Ever and Liam and George all here.
Yeah, it's good to see those guys. And I'm sure that they're grateful for the opportunity to play varsity, but they've got smiles on their faces being here. I think
There's a ground ball foul on the left side.
I think they're happy to be playing with their buds.
Yeah. And to be playing.
And to be playing, yeah.
But you got to do your duty, man. Someone's got to catch those kids, and you got to be on the bench in case somebody gets hurt. So We appreciate that. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Very nice comeback by Kern. Tailing fastball by David. And now there's 2 outs. And I think we've got Jay Murphy coming up. Yeah, 9-hitter. Jay is 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out to Heath on a hard hit ball, if I recall. Runner's going to third. Ever ignores it. 1-0. Outside.
Yes, sir.
A little low. 2-0. Murphy. Runner's going. Ever thinks about it and holds on to it. I think that pitch was a ball. 3-0 to Murphy. Leadoff hitter's up next, clearly. There's a strike. Jeff, I was saying to Bill, games like this are opportunities to work on your game. Throw your strikes, make good contact, keep playing baseball.
Absolutely. And then runner comes in on a pass ball.
Well, I spoke too soon. So Kern kind of spikes that one, and then it brings in the 3rd run of the day for the Hornets.
Yeah, I suppose that probably was a wild pitch.
Yeah, I think so. Now we got runners at first and third with a run in. 19-3 is now your score.
There's a strike.
Top of the order clear. He takes a strike on the outside. 0-1. 2 outs. Checks a swing on a low outside fastball. 1-1. Kern at 76 pitches. So there's 2 schools of thought, Jeff. On one hand, you'd say, well, let's get another pitcher in. But on the other hand, we got a game tomorrow.
Well, I was just thinking, if this were the big leagues, you'd have a position player coming in.
That's right. There's a dribbler down the left field line. Foul. 2-2. In our league, all these kids are position players.
Right. But the analog would be, someone who
doesn't pitch.
Has pitched but doesn't pitch.
I nominate Colton Zinn.
I was going to say Colton or Gale would be two prime candidates.
Gale O'Brien.
Right. 2 prime candidates. 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 I'm sure they'd be horrified at us saying that.
That's the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, now we've got a full count to Cleary, the leadoff hitter. 3-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Hard grounder into the hole. That's through for a hit, and another run in for the Hornets, who are scratching back with some runs here. Impressive piece of hitting by Cleary. Hard ground ball into the hole. Nothing anybody could do about that. Tommy bringing out some more balls. And maybe he's going to go get Kern. Kern at 81 pitches.
Yeah. Feels like he doesn't know. He's shaking his head.
He's asking him what he wants to do. Who is next up? Jeff, from your vantage point, do you see, is anyone in the bullpen?
I can't see into our bullpen, no. Looks like Nicky is going down to the bullpen.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
To warm up.
Well, I wonder, I guess Liam's probably available to pitch tomorrow.
Yeah, that would make sense. We're going up north tomorrow to play this team again.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Standing in is Zimbersh. He only has one vowel, Jeff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, one vowel. If we wrote it down wrong. Maybe we wrote it down wrong. Zemsh. Outside. Ball 2. Could be Kern's last batter. Kern, as you mentioned, shook off Tommy, so he clearly wants to end this inning on his own terms. Oh, and there's a hard line drive to center field. Backing up is Seamus taking on one hop. And there's another run in for the Hornets. Nice piece of hitting there by Zemsh.
Good hard hit.
Yeah, these boys can hit. 3 runs in for Novato. Now the score is 19-5. Hawks still leading. And King is up. Can I see that lineup card, Jeff? Sometimes it says the first name. This is Tommy King. Not to be confused with Will King.
He of the Pride of Strawberry.
Pride of Strawberry. All right, here we go. 2 outs, 2 runners on. There's a swing and a foul tip. Strike 1. This is the 8th runner sent to the plate in the 4th by the Hornets. Yeah, that's a really nice pitch by Kern. That one really moved away from King. 0-2.
I'd like to see him finish it here with that same pitch so he can sit down and rest his arm.
That was
just
outside. Ooh. Ever kind of quick pitched Kern on the throwback there. See what happened there, Jeff? That ball went through, and Heath picked it up, and they almost picked off the runner at second. There's a great pitch. Oh, just outside. Nice block by Ever. 2-2 to King.
They appealed on the swing there, but didn't get it.
All right. Curran up to 87 pitches on the day. Wants to get out of this here. Oh, just missed low.
Just low. Look good.
Full count to King. He loses him high, ball 4. Ever throws down for unclear reasons. Oh, bases are loaded.
Yes. We got 2 outs.
Tommy's coming
Looks like
out.
that's the end of the road.
So that's it for Kern Glenn, folks. And Nicky will come in to try to get out of this inning. And
Good job by Mr. Glenn today.
Great work by Kern. We will be right back. All right, we're back, folks. Nikki Welter's coming in to try to finish off the fourth to finish what Curran started. We've got Sawyer Hessian up at the plate. Nikki spikes that one for a ball. Ball one. It's the ninth hitter for the Hornets to send to the plate this inning. Here's the 1-0. Strike on the outside corner.
Nice pitch there.
1-1 to Hessian. The ball gets through ever. No action at the plate. 2-1.
Backstop here is the catcher's friend. It's not too deep. It's got to carry him really in order for a run to score.
There's a 2-1 pitch. He leaves it a little bit high. 3-1. Not what Tommy wants here. He wants Nicky to come in and throw strikes. Let's see what he can do. There's a swing and a miss on an outside fastball. Nice pitch by Nicky. All right, full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Swing and a foul back. We'll do it again. Last 2 pitches, Nicky had good rhythm. Do you see a 3-2 curveball here?
Oh, throw it fast one right over the plate. There you go.
You got it. Swing and a miss on the outside fastball. Strike 3, and that finally is the inning for the Hornets. So after 3.5, going to the bottom of the fourth, the score is Hawks 19, Hornets 5, and we will be right back. All right, folks, we're back. There's more where this came from. All right, we're back, folks. It's the bottom of the fourth. Nicky Welter stepping to the plate. Second inning for this pitcher. And there's a hard hit ball right to the first baseman, caught off his shoe tops. 1 out, line out by Nicky.
I'd like to see it. Pitches you a strike, swing at it. Let's go.
And now we got Connor Stewart, who's been pinch hitting for Dylan, or came in for Dylan, I should say. There's a ball hit into the hole, and it's going to leak. Backhanded by the shortstop, but I don't think they're going to make a play. That throw is very late. And Connor gets on first with an infield single.
Screaming line drive in the book.
Yeah, he hit it to the right spot.
Yeah, he did. Just reached out and sort of poked it into the 5.5 hole.
Now stepping in now is Heath Hokenadel, looking for his second hit of the day. He's 1 for 2. Takes a strike on the inside. This is a two-way deal. I mean, you got to think about, I think Novato's pitched 4 hits today. Who do they have left for tomorrow?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's throw over to first. I've heard Novato's got a great field, Jeff. You been up there?
I have been there, yeah.
Colton was saying it was a great
It's
ball
a nice
turf.
It's a nice facility. The coach there, he runs the NorCal Black program.
Got it.
Oof.
Oh, where'd that hit him? In the hand?
I think it might have got his hip or his elbow. Actually, he's holding his elbow.
Yeah, I don't
got,
like this at all.
He does have a elbow guard there, so I think that's what we heard.
Oh, good. He's still touching it, though.
He is.
All right, so anyway, sorry, folks. That's Heath hit by a pitch on the elbow. Hopefully he's all right. I got a reference game changer, but I think that's maybe 6 hit by pitches today for the team. And then we got Springtime stepping in. Oh, he wants that one, Jeff.
Yeah.
That one just bent over for a strike.
That looked like a fastball, a slow fastball
It's
the whole
hard to
way
say.
until it just dropped at the end.
I don't know if that's a curveball or just not a very fast fastball.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, Ben's not hitting it.
Yeah, it's like a 4th grader's breaking ball. You just throw it slower.
Oh. See, that was a faster pitch. So.
Yeah.
All right, that one was over Ben's head. 1 and 2 to Springtime. 1 out. Seamus Maurer on deck. Ooh, Ben lays off that one, high and away. 2 and 2. I'd love to see Ben barrel one here, Jeff.
Yeah. You know, he wants it.
Yeah.
Scrapping for playing time and at bats and through injuries.
Glad to see him out there. I was so convinced he broke his wrist on that thing. And there's a hard hit ball into the hole. Gloved nicely by the third baseman. Goes to second for 1. And the first, too late. Nice play by the third baseman for the Hornets. 2 outs. Now we go back to the top of the order for Seamus Maurer. Maurer hit a hard single to left, his first at bat in this game. Maurer coming in for Weir.
We've seen Seamus connect a couple times this season. I think he could take this pitcher deep. I think that's what he's thinking, too, with that swing.
My only concern about that is Seamus is a pure fastball hitter who has a hard time waiting, so he'll have to kind of take an extra pause with this guy.
Yeah.
Can't hold back.
Way out in front.
Now it's 0-2 on Seamus Maurer. Let's see if he can keep those hands back. Just got to wait. Oh, boy. Well, he waited.
He did. That was the ball was past him, I think, when he swung at it. It was like he had a fly swatter. Just followed that off to stay alive.
Gale had one like that. I don't know if you noticed. It was a giant breaking curveball that he just swung at the last minute to foul.
I did see that, yeah.
There's more of a traditional fastball. Seamus was on that one. Liam Garlick on deck, getting the ball from the umpire. There's a line drive into left center. Seamus stayed back on that one. And that'll plate Connor. Bring Springtime down to second. Nice piece of hitting by Seamus.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say that exact thing. It was he did exactly what you told him to do. He just waited on it and poked it into left field, left center.
Just had to wait. Nice hit by Seamus. It's a 2-hit game for Seamus.
And that brings us to 20-5.
It's a fastball fouled back by Garlick. 0-1. Got 2 outs now. Runners on first and second. Bottom of the 4th. Beautiful day here in Mill Valley. A little crisp, cool. Nice late spring day. Ball's outside. 1-1. There's a grounder to the right side. Second baseman gloves it, sidearms it over to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. And we will go to the top of the 5th, where to extend this game, the Hornets will need to score 5 runs or more. We'll be right back with you. All right, folks, Carter's in. Jeff O'Brien back with you. We're going to the top of the 5th. We got a pinch hitter here for the Hornets. Number 5. See if we can get a name for you. First name seems to be Alex Reyes. Big Alex Reyes stepping in. Takes a ball outside. Swinging the foul. The Hornet players are behind
I was
Alex.
going to say a lot of cheers coming from the dugout over there. I got a feeling that Alex has not had that many at-bats this year.
I love this.
Made some contact there.
Alex is holding that bat like he hasn't held a bat a whole lot, maybe.
Yeah.
He's got the hands apart. Let's see. Maybe he's going to surprise us here. Let's see what
He's
happens.
got a big smile on his face. You'd like to see this.
Yeah, this is good. Oh, yeah, good eye for Alex. Two to Alex Reyes standing in. Strike 3 by Nicky right down the middle. Alex didn't want that one. 1 away for the Hornets. And now we got, I think, another pinch hitter here.
15, Luca G.
Luca G standing in.
Another kid comes up with a big smile on his face.
Wow, you got to like that.
Yeah.
It's high and away.
I mean, if these blowout games are good for anything, it's that. Get some kids some playing time, some reps.
Absolutely.
On both sides.
Ball's high. Nicky. That's a shot in the center. Ranging over is Maurer. Cuts it off. Well, I don't know however much this kid hits, but he hit that ball.
I was going to say, he swung it like he's done it before.
There's nothing wrong with that swing, Jeff. Well done, Luca. Now we got
Alvin. Another pinch
Alvin.
hitter here.
Alvin steps in with a runner on first. Don't know if I'll call that a swing or not, but that was 0-1. Allen? Got a last name for Allen here?
I do not.
We got
He's
nothing.
down here.
Oh, yeah,
Alvin.
Alvin D.
Let me see. Game Changer might have that.
It does. Oh, Alvin De Leon. Very good. All right, we got a 0-2 to Alvin. That's high and away by Nicky.
Alvin De Leon Santos.
Nice. I'm liking the energy from the Novato dugout, Jeff.
Yeah.
There's a swinging strike three by Alvin De Leon.
Oh, was that a swing? I thought I called it off the plate, but
Well, and now we got. Oh, we may have had I think there was maybe a little mix-up. I think he was supposed to hit.
Oh.
There was a kid named Bautista who was hitting in this spot last time. I think that was him. Yeah. I think he was a pinch hitter last time. But this is David M., who was one of the starters coming in. So now we got 2 outs. And the top of the 5th is the Hornets' last chance, Jeff.
Yep.
Ball's low to David M.
Go at him, Nicky.
And that's a shot by David into left center. That's going to get down and roll deep into left center. Cut off by Seamus. Alvin Rince around second, comes into third. That was a shot.
Sure was.
I mean, these Novato kids have not lacked for hitting.
I mean, I like it, though. I like throw them fastball right down the middle.
Absolutely.
Don't waste your pitches. Don't walk them. Let them hit it. Baseball's a hard game.
All right, so still alive is Novato as Murphy steps up.
Last night after the Giants game, Tony Vitello said something that I had never heard said about baseball, and I liked it.
What was it?
He said, baseball as a game is not about what you can do. It's about how many times you can do it.
That's sage. Whoa.
Wow.
I think Nicky got a little tired of seeing line drives and threw the big bender there.
Yeah.
That was a little wake up for Murphy.
Do it again.
That one stays outside. Another curveball. I think that was the first curveball by Nicky so far. The way Nicky. Ooh, outside ball 3. I think Nicky would like to end this here if he can, but he's going to have to get one across the plate to do it. It's a 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's your ball game.
Got him swing.
Chase ball 4 probably, but nice pitch by Nicky. And we'll see now if they're going to play on or if that's the game.
No, they're coming out. That's it. They're shaking hands. I give Novato a lot of credit for the spirit that, they could have got surly or, very lopsided game. But we look good today.
Yeah.
Brought the lumber out, had a full team, some familiar faces.
Yeah, I totally agree with you about Novato. Super impressive. I love the way they held together. They didn't get down on each other and kept cheering for their teammates until the last out. It's impressive.
All right, good call, Carter. Way to bring home the W in your fancy suit.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to keep wearing the suit.
I mean, now you have to.
Yeah, exactly. All right, folks. So let's see. When's our next home game, Jeff? Checking the
Let's see. Next Tuesday. No,
Team snap.
that's next Wednesday. Marin Catholic.
Yeah, I wonder if that game's happening. It probably is. So, is that a home game?
That is, yeah.
All right, folks. So as far as we know, so your sports schedule for the JV is tomorrow. We'll be on the road. Not sure if Narendra's got a radio broadcast in mind, so check TAM TV for a potential radio broadcast of that game. And then if not, we'll be back on the air. And we have a Tuesday road
game at San Rafael.
Tuesday on the road against San Rafael. Again, check your TAM TV to see if we're doing radio. And then our next TV broadcast from the Nest is going to be next Wednesday here against Marin Catholic, where we need a little revenge.
And then again on Friday.
And then again here on Friday.
A lot of baseball next week.
A lot of baseball. All right, folks. So your final score is 20-5. Hawks over the Hornets. And all in all, a good showing by the Hawks. And Hornets tightened their game up as the game went on. Nice to see. And any last words, Jeff?
No. I mean, everything is better when the Hawks win.
For sure. All right, folks, thanks for your listenership, and we will see you next time from the Nest. Take care.